All right, here we go. We're all in here.
Everyone, get in here.
Yep. So that first semis is ready, but there still are a bunch of other matches that are still ongoing. So I believe the semis are going. I'm not aware of the score.
Oh, well.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Alrighty then. Yeah, the second series is still to be determined. The winner of this is going to be advancing, and I believe the other one is Hurricane versus Stats. The other quarterfinals, so yeah.
Yes.
We're going to have one of those versus one of these guys coming out. And speaking of one of those versus one of these guys, here we are on Everdream EDLE Edle. We're in the top right hand corner of the map, spotting all the way in the top right hand corner of the map. We do in fact have a pink Protoss player, and the Duke of Alliteration himself. He is going to be representing Raise Your Edge Gaming, RYEdge, coming out all the way from the land of Korea. Everybody give it up for Zest.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Korean Zerg player representing Afrika Freaks, but also on Clan GP question mark. We have DRG.
The Dong himself.
Yes, the I believe the last remaining Dong actually. As of course,
I'm doing some calculations in my head. I know J-Dong's in the military now.
Yeah, J-Dong's in the military. The Dong ones aren't competing anymore, you know, whether it's Hydra or Ryung. Yeah, he may be the one true Dong.
Is he now?
I mean, he's at least the last remaining one, to say the least. So, yeah.
I feel like there's probably another Dong up in here somewhere.
Maybe. To be fair, I don't know the names of the newer players like Chance or Prince.
Exactly.
I don't know if maybe there's an up-and-coming Dong.
Yeah, one of those rising Dongs coming up.
There you go. But yeah, speaking of rising Dongs, like DRG, he's been doing really well in recent months, in recent times. Like almost surprisingly so. He's become probably the go-to example of a player returning from the military and actually doing really well. He's I feel like he's reached echelons where like Tasia couldn't, or same with Pulse. Like there are these players that have returned, but DRG is one of the few that's actually like taking series off of some of the best players.
Yeah, I think it is between, like you were saying, it's Tasia hasn't really quite hit the same echelon as DRG. I feel like DRG is a bit more consistent. I would actually throw Dream in there into the mix.
Oh, true. No, yeah. I did overlook Dream, and I do think that it's a little bit difficult to pinpoint which one's performing better. But yeah, I do think that Dream and DRG are probably the best.
I'll simplify it a bit for you here, Light. Dream beat DRG last Saturday. Oh no, last Wednesday? Time is not... It all blends together for me, Light. Last Wednesday.
Yeah, but Dream already, you know, he's already knocked out of this tournament. Is going to be the same for DRG.
Alright, that does make muddy the results a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a pretty good question to ask. When you go up against Zest, doing his signature build,
yeah,
you're gonna have to be a little bit worried. You'd have thunk that, you know, this sort of Glaive to Debt build would have fallen out of fashion by now. Just with how prevalent it's been, you know, either it's to get nerfed, or we'd have seen Zerg players sort of have a different build in response to this, but it's still going strong.
Yeah, it has adapted over time. We have seen different Protoss players utilize it in different ways. To begin with,
that's
like
you would see
yeah, to begin with, you'd see like adepts just go into mineral lines. In recent times, you've seen Protoss players be a little bit more conservative with them and slowly build up a higher count, and to the point where you can even take out queens and the like and then commit. We've seen Dark Shrine variations going off of this, but yeah, more and more gateways are being thrown down. Like, oh boy.
I think that the DT variation that was what really brought this to prominence.
Yeah,
right.
Here we go. Zest doing what he does best. He's got adepts and then more adepts on the way. Ooh, nice little run by here by DRG.
Yeah, Soccer does go down, but there is a backup pylon coming in. And look at that, even sandwiching these Zerglings.
Yeah, it does force a warp in at home, which isn't here across the map, which is nice. You know, Roach has already been coming out as well. But ooh, he's trying to target out the queens.
Yeah, and I'm really liking the target fire coming out from Zest right now. Is he starting to overstay his welcome? As he does need to respect these roaches. You know, you might have enough to be able to target them down, but they still take quite a number of shots to take out.
Yeah, more queens are going down as well. It doesn't seem like... Okay, a couple more roaches do pop out, but he commits to the shade.
Nicely done, but is he about to get sandwiched? And he does. Not able to back away into a corner right there. Zest is going to lose a lot of adepts here. How many of them are going to be able to make it out? Only 5, and again, they're just so low right now. But we do see a bit of a multi-prong coming up here. And this is why Zest is really, you know, really the master of this build.
Yeah, just drones are just all over the place at the moment, trying to avoid these adepts. We have adepts in the natural, adepts in the third base as well, killing more workers. And to be fair, DRG hasn't lost too many. He has to be careful though not to lose his third base.
Exactly, these adepts, I thought for sure they were going to get taken out. They were just so insanely low. But we've seen Zest do a lot of multi-prongs, and he's just getting so much damage with this. He knows exactly where his army should be, where DRG's army isn't.
Yeah, and just like that, 7 more workers go down, more adepts are warping in, but it looks like DRG has gotten to the point where there's only one cluster of adepts remaining. He was able to deal with the rest, so these are all he has to worry about. So DRG, he's going to be able to hold, which is nice, but he did lose a lot of workers.
He did. Actually, he only lost 8. He lost a lot of Lings, though.
Yeah.
And Lings are cheap, but they do add up.
Yeah,
you don't want to be using them unnecessarily. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you say a bit of Lings, that's an understatement. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's lost like a couple.
Yeah.
He's lost a bunch.
Yeah, he's lost just under 100 Lings.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not an apocalypse yet.
Ooh, the Ravager is going to be taken out as well. They do get clawed out, so... Again, Zest is able to just trade pretty efficiently. The War Prism is dangerously low health, though, so he does have to be a little bit careful with that. And what's surprising to me is that he's committing to this. Like, he's just making more and more adepts.
Yeah, look at the production tab. It is empty right now for Zest.
Yeah, there's no robo on the way, no drones. It's just nothing but adepts. And I'm getting a little bit worried because this could be his downfall. Because to start with, like, I thought he was trading fairly well.
No, this is
if he was like transitioning behind this, but he's just committing. And I mean, maybe he can prove us wrong and be like, yo, all you need is just adepts. That's it. Like,
I feel like he has proved that in the past. Honestly, they're light. But yeah, I feel like those games also didn't go into the 8-minute mark.
Definitely.
All right, there it is. I was waiting for it. The Dark Shrine gonna be thrown down here for Zest.
Yeah. We were talking about how DTs have been incorporated into this before, and again, over time, this third base is getting lower and lower on health. It could eventually fall.
And right now, once again, DRG really has to focus. What is he gonna defend? And he can't really afford to split up his army right now.
There's so many queens. All the queens are gonna go down.
He is. That's really picking DRG apart right now.
Yeah,
he keeps following the shades with these Zerglings. But Zest is never committing to these shades. The third, as he said, did go down, and I think this is just too much firepower coming out from our pink Protoss player.
And it looks like Zest didn't even need the DTs.
GG. Zest is gonna take that game. And do we know the score?
Wow, and we'll see. We'll base it off of whether another lobby is made or not. But yeah, wow, just Zest, he just committed and he showed, hey, you don't need a transition. Just keep making adepts. That's all you need. And I think maybe it kind of looked like DRG. He also thought that at some point it was going to stop. Like,
exactly.
He was defending, he was doing decently well. As you pointed out, he only lost 8 workers, and then he's like, all right, now it's your turn to back off. But he didn't.
But Zest never ever did. And I feel like that is what sets Zest apart. At least with this build, what sets him apart from a lot of other Protoss players that try to do this build. Zest really knows when to commit and when not to. And on top of that, just how to really get into his opponent's head. Be like, am I gonna commit to the Shade? You never know, my dude. You never know. I'm not gonna commit to it.
Yeah, that was insane, and we'll see. There it goes.
All right,
Zest won.
Yeah, 2-1. So we do have our semifinals now.